4 steps to sell a premium coaching offer. I'm going to be sharing with you all my strategies based on 5 years of experience when I've been selling premium offer in a nice to have niche, and I continue using the same strategy to this day, and it works beautifully. So if you're wondering yourself, how come I'm being active every day on Instagram or LinkedIn and I'm posting content and it's kind of in relation to my niche, but I don't get the consistent sales and I don't get people interested in my offer? Or some people who come on a call, they are not the right people. So today we're going to clarify how to actually sell a premium offer and how to attract a premium buyer and how to make this conversion possible. Welcome to the Business Mindset Style Podcast, a show for women in business who want to make an impact, grow a profitable online business, all while living a rich life filled with freedom and fulfillment. So my assumption is that you are a fantastic expert. You deliver incredible results. This is in fact what I hear a lot from my clients. So when I get people interested in my offer, they are actually leaving me amazing testimonials. They get incredible results. So I don't understand how I'm sharing the wins and results and testimonials and all of that on my social media, but people are still not converting. So I'm assuming that you're a great expert. Your offer is dialed in. And then the question is literally just how to attract those people and how to convert the perfect match clients. So step number 1 is to come and talk on camera. This is what I recommend doing for everyone. And by seeing a lot of experts, I actually have noticed that so many people are not being on camera enough. And in today's world where it's very fast paced, where people are making a split-second decision if they want to follow you and if they want to give you more time out of their day, meaning like to come on a sales call, to come to your masterclass, you want to give them a little glimpse of who you are as a coach, as a professional, as a person as well. So gone are the times where like coming on a free discovery call was such a rare opportunity. Gone are the time where the masterclass was something so rare and so special, so people would just come anyway. Nowadays, before people get to sign up for that, they want to get a little preview of, hey, she seems nice. Like, I like what she's talking about through the static picture, through the carousel post, through the LinkedIn post. But what's your energy like? How is she different from all the other experts who are also writing similarly smart things as well? And what's your difference? So short form video, the one that you like, it's something from 30 seconds to 1 minute. This is considered short form. This is where you come on camera, you talk on your topic of expertise, provide value, build trust, get to share a little bit more about yourself. And this gives the first little step for people to see whether you match, whether they like your energy, whether they would want to spend not just 30 seconds with you, but actually 1 hour on the masterclass or on a sales call with you, on a discovery call with you. So creating those type of videos is a fantastic way to differentiate yourself, to build trust, to start creating this momentum to get people interested in what you're going to say, who you are as a person, as a professional. So those are key. And again, I'm seeing a lot of experts who are underutilizing that. I've actually just been talking to somebody recently who is a voice coach, and we wanted just to connect. It was a LinkedIn connection, and I thought, yeah, like interesting. We maybe can help each other out. Maybe we can have each other on the podcast. Maybe there is some synergy because what she's doing, the work with the voice and presenting yourself and speaking on camera with this confidence in your voice. I thought this is very interesting. I actually do believe in this myself, and I would love to connect. So before I got on the call, I actually thought, okay, let me check her out. I would love to just get to know a little bit more. Who is it I'm going to be talking to? So I looked through her whole Instagram, whole LinkedIn. It's a voice coach. And there was not a single video of her talking. And I thought like, wow, this is so strange. If I'm going to hire you, I would love to see who you are, like how you actually talk if you are a voice coach. And even if you have nothing to do with voice, still your presence on video, this is what magnetizes premium clients, because for them it gives the shortcut to understanding you, your method, your energy, and this is what helps you stand out. So do those short form video at least 2-3 times a week. So whenever somebody comes on your profile, if they scroll through your feed, they always can get a little glimpse of who you are on video. Step number 2 is to invite people to a masterclass. So this is a very interesting transition, and you've been maybe thinking that, okay, I need to get either people get on a sales call right away, or I want to sell directly on my LinkedIn, on my social media. And I've seen that for premium offers, it's usually not enough to directly invite people in to buy. It does happen, and I did have quite a few clients who would buy directly through my Instagram, directly through my LinkedIn. But usually, more often than not, and if you want to higher the chances of people actually buying, you want to have this step where you get to share in depth about your method, how you help your clients get results, what kind of results people get, what kind of clients you work with. And usually masterclass, 1 hour masterclass is a fantastic way to deepen this trust, to share your methodology, and for people to get to see how you work, who you work with, and if this method, if this offer is the right fit for them. So this is what I've seen, that if I get like a few people once in a while buying directly on Instagram, it happens. But then if I get people in the masterclass, this is when I get the highest conversion, because this is where people get to really experience being in my container, being in my presence, asking questions, listening to what I got to say. So inviting people to a masterclass is a fantastic, great next step, which is going to produce higher conversion versus trying to sell directly or getting people on a sales call right away. Step number 3 is to actually deliver this masterclass. To deliver this masterclass where you share your method, basically how you help people get results, where you talk about your clients, you help people see, okay, what type of people you work with, what exactly you help them solve, what do you help them achieve. And this is where you present your offer with a special deal. So I do work with some experts who come to me and they say, well, but I'm already running masterclasses and I'm doing masterclasses quite regularly, but I don't have the conversion. I don't see the conversion that I want. And here is the difference. So not all masterclasses are the same. And I've learned it the hard way as well, because I've been doing so many masterclasses and I've tested a lot of different strategies how to run a masterclass. I've done 1-day masterclasses, 90-minute masterclasses, 3-hour masterclasses. I've done 3-day, even 5-day masterclasses. I've done a lot of different things. And the way what I talked about on the masterclasses were also very different. So usually nowadays, I would say 1-hour masterclass is the easiest way to attract people, for people to say yes easily, and for people to actually spend this hour with you. So I would say if you're starting or if you're still testing, go for 1 hour. 1 hour is usually what people can carve out the time, 1 hour. So they're gonna get to spend this 1 hour with you. If you go a little bit above, that's fine. You can do that as well, but you want to be very clear up front that the masterclass is going to be 90 minutes or 2 hours, so people block that time in their calendar. But from my experience, it's much easier to get people to say yes to a 1 hour masterclass. And then I've seen also there is a big drop after 1 hour. So even if you say to people that, hey, it's going to be 90 minutes, still I've seen that after 1 hour, there is a big drop, because you know yourself that like it's hard to like sit in front of the computer and pay attention to for 1 hour. Even if you're a great presenter, still it's a lot. So ideally, just my recommended time is 1 hour. And during this 1 hour, this is not the masterclass where you teach and give all the solutions to people. Because if you get to teach and if you think like, I have to provide them this value. So if you get to teach and you're literally giving away for people, you're telling them how to do things, this is when they get an impression that, thank you so much. It's been so valuable. I love this. I'm so grateful that I've signed up for this masterclass. And then they're going to be saying, hey, but you gave me so much. Now I'm going to get to have some time to go and implement that. I don't need your offer. It's too much. You just gave me so much that I want to now go implement that instead of taking your offer and actually work with you. This is what happens very often. So you can still deliver a very valuable masterclass without going into this how-to land where you basically telling people what to do. So a lot of times, what people will find the most valuable is when you share with them where they are at. So you share to your audience that you deeply understand their problem, that you really understand on the granular level what exactly they are going through. They're not just going through conflict in my relationship, or I just want to go to the next level in my career, but you understand how it looks like. I'm having a breakfast on Tuesday morning, and then my partner works in before he steps out of the door, and then again we have this conversation, ta-da-da. Or I'm entering my office 9 in the morning on Tuesday, and then I'm seeing my colleagues, and I just realized that I'm not where I'm meant to be. So like talking with those granular details, sharing to people that you really deeply understand where they're at, because when people see that where they're at, they will assume that you have the solution to them. That's literally how it works. If you really can communicate very clearly to people that you know where they're at, what are their struggles, what exactly they are going through, they get to believe that you have the solution for them. And then so you amplify that, you share, you walk them through what exactly they are going through, and you kind of validate for them that this is normal and this is where your clients come to you with the same type of situation at this stage. And then you basically walk them through your method. This is what I recommend for my clients to do to create their own framework. So because you never want to be positioned as just like, I'm ICF trained coach, because then you become a coach that like any other coach, and you never want to be in that position. You want to be someone who, like an expert, as authority, as a leader, who has a very special framework that they developed. This is how people get to see that, if I want to work with this expert and I get to believe their framework works, she's the only expert who can use this framework and use it to help me achieve results. So basically in the masterclass, you would walk them through this framework. You explain every step, why it is important, why it makes sense, basically the pros and cons of every step. For example, when I was a style coach, I would walk my audience through 3-step style framework. For example, in the first step, we would really look very deeply into what kind of style they actually want and what is important to them, what is their lifestyle, because there is no such thing as one polished, beautiful style that works for everyone. There's no such thing. It doesn't work. If you try to follow that type of formula for everyone, it's not going to work. So I would explain to them. So if you really want a style that works for you and you're going to invest in upgrading your whole wardrobe, if you want this wardrobe to work for you for not just for the next month, but for years to come, you want to first clarify what exactly is important for you. And we want to build a wardrobe for your life, not just for the impression of, oh, this is going to be looking great on me, or for the previous version of you, for example. Because I worked with a lot of women who would come and they would start creating the wardrobe, and then we would talk through with them about, okay, how your actually life looks like walk me through your typical week. And I would say, well, I've been very active in my career, but right now I'm taking a break, so I'm actually taking care of my child. So right now my day is, and like for the next year, my day is going to be being with my child in the playground, doing some work at home, and then like going on a date with my husband. But then when I ask them, okay, and what have you been buying so far? What's been your strategy so far? And they would say that, oh, I've been buying all these blazers and the suits and those things that they know how to buy. But that doesn't make any sense because there is a discrepancy between what they actually need and how their life looks like now and what they are buying. And right now, when I help my clients create a beautiful brand and a brand that sells, I walk them through my 3-step method where first we create this consistency and there's consistency and clarity in their message, what they communicate, how they want to be positioned, the visuals that are aligned so they show up as a premium coach. And again, I would walk them through pros and cons on every step of my framework. So that's a biggest part, like kind of the meat of the masterclass, where you provide them value, you provide the value to your clients by literally showing them the path that works. For example, you would have a lot of people who would tell you like they probably tried some different solutions, so you may address that. So if you've tried to create a brand and if you've tried to grow your following, but if you've only did this without clarifying your position and without creating a very strategy behind, then well, you probably gonna attract some people, but they're not gonna be the buyer. We want to attract the buyer, and not just any buyer, but the perfect match buyer. That's why we're gonna get to clarify who do you want to serve and what kind of message you're gonna transmit through your content to attract the right buyer. So this is what you want to address in the masterclass. Next step, you basically show them the contrast that, so if you want to go there and you talk through their desire, you again talk through granular details. You want to share them the big picture. This is how amazing your life is going to look like in 1 year. But on week 1, you're going to get this type of results. This is what happens with my clients that work with me. And on month 3, this is what happens. So you paint them the picture, you show to them that it is possible, you want to sprinkle the client's results and testimonials all throughout, and then you present your offer and you make it very special. And one thing that I will tell you as well, this is a very common mistake that I see with a lot of experts. When you do present your offer, you don't want to lead with logistics, with the processes, with what is included, how amazing is the offer, it's 3 months for only 5K. Instead of saying that, you would talk about the result that you're going to get them on week 1. Because you already walked them through the framework. So you already created this agreement that, okay, I know what you're going to do with me and why it is important. So at this step, you show them, hey, on month 1, we're going to crystallize your messaging. So you start creating this consistency in the people who reach out to you. So you present your offer, you make it magnetic, you make it exactly what people want, and then present it as a special offer. So you don't want to just, it's like any deal that you can get any day on my website. You want to make it more special. And I am not talking about just by discounting your price. You don't have to do that, but you want to create some special bonuses. You want to create some special incentive for people to take action now. And step 4 is where you invite people to the next step. And here are a variation of those, depending on what you're selling, how comfortable you are selling, how much reviews and testimonials that you have for your offer. But you can either invite people to buy directly, so you give them the link and they can purchase directly. You can also invite the people to apply. So if they have to go through the application process, if you want to make sure that they are a great fit. So for example, for my brand mentorship program, which runs either for 6 months or for 1 year, I want to make sure that we are the right fit. I can help people achieve their results, and we have the clarity about what it is about. So I ask people to apply, and then we're gonna have a short conversation about their goals and if the program is the right fit. You can also invite people to schedule a call with you directly. So again, if you want to make sure they are the right fit, and it also helps a lot. And it also helps for conversion a lot, for people to come and walk through their very specific questions, for them to get really your advice on whether the program is the right fit for them. So purchase directly, apply, book a call, all of those CTAs you make at the end of the masterclass, and then that's it. Those are literally the 4 steps to sell premium offer and to sell it consistently. This is the system that I've been using now for 6+ years. It works every time. Yes, I'm not going to tell you that this is like the magic pill, and there is a lot of nuance for that, for sure. For example, how you create the masterclass, how you deliver the masterclass, all those little nuances, the topic of the masterclass as well. And this is literally what I help my clients achieve through the brand mentorship. We work for several months on all of that to make sure that this system works. But then once it works, you can create those assets. So you always have a masterclass that is evergreen on demand. So whenever somebody wants to watch it, they can watch it and they can apply. So that's what I had happen in my business all the time. So I would invite people not to buy directly from my Instagram, but more often than not to go watch my masterclass. And once they watch, there is a much higher chance that they're going to convert and they're going to take the next step. So that's literally it. And then you can run the live masterclasses in once a quarter or once a month. Again, depending on where you're starting and depending on how comfortable you're doing all those masterclasses. But with time, it also becomes so much easier. So that's it, what I have for you for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it brings you a lot of clarity about the steps of how you can sell your premium offer consistently. It took me a little while to figure it all out, so I hope it really served you. And if you would like to see my method and how exactly it works, and to see if that might be the right fit for you, I invite you to watch my Standout Coach Masterclass. You can go to ninawalder.com/standout. Just sign up with your name and email, and then you will get immediate access to this masterclass. Have a fantastic week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.